crazy things.
Okay, what we're talking about right now is back in when they did cut the hole in Linda's back there to let out the infection and get rid of the stones that they had missed when they took the kidney out. She went into recovery. Okay, Dr. Sunstein come out, told me they should be calling you back there in about 15 minutes. It was at least 2.5 hours later. Now, some of the videos I say 4, but I think it was more like 2.5 hours, okay? And after 2.5 hours, and me continually asking, let me back there to see my wife, which they refused. Linda, was you back there crying?
I was crying and I kept asking for you.
The entire time?
The entire time.
Yep, and they refused to let me in.
I was crying the entire time.
Okay, guys, what happened there was, if you've seen where I made those videos, a problem with the gang called nurses, that nurse was on the 9th floor, okay? Her name was Michaela, the one that did not even know how to put on an ostomy bag, okay? That nurse was on the 9th floor. Then whenever she had that surgical procedure done where they denied us to be together, wouldn't let me back there be with her, when we finally got her to the 9th floor, the nurses was bragging how they stood together. We stand together. What those nurses on the 9th floor did, they conspired with the nurses in recovery there in the PICCU unit. It's the PICCU or PICCU. I think it's PICCU. In the PICCU unit, it might be PICCU or it might be PACCU. But at any rate, they conspired. The nurses on the 9th floor, the nurses and patient care techs on the 9th floor conspired with the nurses and patient care techs in the PICCU unit to violate our rights. And then they did so. Okay, then after 2.5 hours, I got up and I recorded the phone call, the time. And when I recorded the time and I was making a note saying they're letting all these people back there that, again, their family have come out of surgery after Linda, and they're letting all their loved ones back there, but they're refusing to let me. Turned out she was asking for me the whole time. They called the police up there, and y'all can see on one of my videos where it says, "This is Tyrant kidnapping," where that pig told me that visiting is a privilege, it is not a right. It isn't my right. Where you was at, they were supposed to have let me back in there within 15 minutes from the time you was back there. But because I had made the video exposing them, the choking hazard on the 9th floor, the one didn't even know how to put the appliance on, the ostomy bag. I had made these videos and they did not like that. When they got her up there, and now if anybody pulls that pig's body cam footage, they will see it. They will see it. Okay? Under U.S. Title 18, Chapter 241, the nurses on the 9th floor and the nurses in PICCU on that day did in fact conspire to violate our rights. Then they did continue and did violate our rights, and that falls under Chapter 242 of U.S. Title 18. They committed felonies against us.
Yep.
Well, again, Linda, was you crying back there in the recovery room?
I was crying the whole time. I was asking for you the whole time.
And did they allow me back there, or did they refuse me to be back there?
You weren't back there at all.
Nope.
I didn't see you until they took me up to the 9th floor.
Yep, and then the only reason why you seen me then was because that police officer took me up there.
Because that pig was up there with you.
Yeah, she said, "Hold on, sir, I'm supposed to take you to your wife," when I started throwing U.S. Title 18. But see, they had already knew that they was going to move her. But when we got her to the 9th floor, them nurses on the 9th floor started laughing and giggling, and they actually said it. That's right. We nurses stick together. We have the power and the authority. You better do as we say or else. They was actually laughing and bragging about it. Yep. So guys, it's okay for the doctors and nurses to commit felonies against you because the police are not there to protect our rights. They are there for the rich. They are there for them only. Okay? Well, you know what? Are you ever going to set foot back into UTMB again, Linda?
No, I'm not.
If your daughter or your son or your grandchild gets shot and they're in UTMB and it's the last time you'll ever be able to see them, will you step in there to see them?
I can't go to UTMB.
Okay, y'all hear that, guys?
My family better go to other hospitals.
Because of the way they have treated us.
Go to UTMB.
Yep. Now, Linda, on September 30th, right? September 30th, last month on the 30th, they called and specifically asked for me and asked me to bring you back in there. That is, in fact, an invitation for me to return to UTMB. Therefore, any trespass warnings they had was null and void because they invited me there.
Yep.
Was it a setup?
I think it was.
Yep. I went to jail that day, didn't I?
Yep.
They said I wasn't the patient you are. Is that not what they said?
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm your advocate, even though the detective that gave me the trespass warrant said if you had an appointment there, I could be there with you. That's legitimate legal business. The head investigator for the district attorney's office said I could be there with you. That's legitimate business. But the lady pig said, nope, you're going to jail. Did I do anything to cause anybody any fear that day?
No.
No, I did not. No, I did not. That's right. Well, at any rate, guys, I wanted y'all to hear that because UTMB, nurses on the 9th floor with the PICCU unit, they did conspire to violate our rights. I might have to go back and get the exact date because, you know what? Let's pull the body cam footage from that stupid pig. Let's prove that they violated our rights under U.S. Title 18, claiming the color of law. Because that's what they claimed, the color of law. It's a federal felony they committed against us, 2 counts. Both under U.S. Title 18, 241 and 242. But what can we do about it? Nothing. As soon as I turned it off, she said something. Now, I talked to the very best lawyer in Galveston. That's $5,000 a day for every day he goes to court. He said $5,000 retainer, $10,000 to take it to court. But he also said he's going to subpoena all medical records. Every doctor, nurse, counselor, and staff that was on that floor will have to be in that courtroom. Now, Linda, as soon as I turned off the button, what did you say about paying that $10,000?
I think we need to pay that $10,000 so that all this comes out. What the doctors did, what the nurses did, what the pigs did. It all needs to come out.
Yep. $10,000, you know, I need a new roof. I need new glasses. I need all that. But I might have to wait 4 or 5 years to get it now.
All this needs to come out. I think it's better to pay that $10,000 to get all this out in the open.
Do we have $10,000?
We can come up with it.
We got it. Right now we got about 15. We got 19 on the way. Got a check for $19,000 on the way. Do you or do you not?
Yep.
Yep. Got 15 in the bank right now. So, yeah, it is what it is. With that, we'll see y'all on the next one.